Right everyone, welcome to the very first episode of Tharmachati Zoo and Resort. And this is the very first episode I'm going to record, so bear with me because I have no clue what I'm doing right now. We're going to start at the entrance of the zoo, and the zoo has been around since the late 80s, and the first idea they had was to create a basic resort. Soon after that they started adding animals, and they started with elephants, which makes the elephants the base and the most important animal of the whole zoo, which is the reason behind these small elephant statues. Alright, we're going to walk into the zoo, and I'm going to show you guys the first area, which is the big plaza and a few of the small cabins, which is mostly part of the resort area. So here we go. As you can see, we have a very big entrance, very elaborate, a lot of detail. It took way too long to build this, and way too many pieces, but I'm quite happy with the results so far. Right, so once you enter the park, this is the first thing you see, this huge foliage with a big banyan tree in the middle of the plaza. At your left, you've got a small info stand with some small cabinets to put your belongings in, a few tables that they will use from time to time. And on your right, you have the ticket booth. Tickets for both the zoo and the resort. And at my side here we have this small area these weren't made by me, these were made by someone else. I'm going to credit it in the description. But we have this small side panel which they use to hide the strollers behind, but also use at the end of the day to close down the tickets area and the info booth are pretty much the same. They both have these foliage items, simple letters, simple imagery, always with the elephant because the elephant is the core animal of the zoo. Yeah, and the info stand is pretty much the same. Have a small look at them. I made these small, tiny info leaflets using the switches, and as you can see, there's still Z fighting that I had to fix, but I'm too lazy to fix it right now. But yeah, this is the whole plaza. It has this big, magnificent tree, which I really like because it's like a main focus point when you enter the zoo, even though the entrance itself is pretty much a big main focus point. This big tree kind of grabs your attention right when you enter the park. So over here we have two entrances. We have the entrance to the resort area and to the sports area. I'm going to start by going through the resort entrance. Later on I'm going to come back and show you a bit of the sports area. But yeah, let's start with the resort. As you can see, there's a small relax and waiting spot here. Mostly when new residents come here, they wait here with someone who will grab their belongings and we'll put everything in the right cabin. We'll give them some information on how this resort works and what everything is about. So yeah, you have this nice seating area with some fresh fruit. You're in the middle of this amazing lush area, so it's really cool to relax here. And this is the main cabin area. We have all these small cabins that are pretty much styled after the actual Thai style of buildings. Yeah, it's all simplified, of course, because, well, this is still a resort and this was not meant to have all the cool details, but there's a nice amount of details. When we continue, we have a small fireplace area where you can sit at night, play some music, have some fun, and a small water feature. Alright, so each cabin is pretty much the same. I copy-pasted a lot of them. They have these windows, a small door, they have lights on each door, and of course a cool seating area with a small table, and it's pretty much the same for every cabin in this whole area. Now this is something I'm quite proud of. It's a small tiki-like lamp. It's nothing special, but it's cool to have around this park. So yeah, as you continue, there's already quite a few of these cabins placed here. I still have to add a lot of them. But this is one of the main areas of the resort, which is a big pool area with a bar here at the front, a barbecue area at the back. So yeah, when we go to the bar, we have these small little tables with these small chairs, and a general bar. And of course, here we have the big pool area, which has these lights, and I will show some night shots at the end of the video with some time lapse. Of course, this area of the park is still a work in progress. I've added some mountains and some foliage, but nothing special. But yeah, over there we have the barbecue area with lots of food and a fire that's already burning. So we're going to go and take a closer look. The whole poolside area has these small benches you can lie on. And there are two main eating areas. You have one here with these small thatch tables, which I really like, and the same one over there with the same kind of tables. So yeah, here you have a grill area with some fire and food. Cool detail here is the smoke effect. This is actually not the in-game mist effect, but the cooler, which I found very funny. Here's some food, with everything on. I found it funny because it's the first time I started to use the ice pieces for something I never thought I was going to use it for. So yeah, you have these small tables where you can wait before you get your food, and that's pretty much it. I'm going to go back now. I'm going to take another look at the pool and the buildings at the back. So all these buildings at the back are just one big main street that's behind the zoo, which I really like because it really frames the zoo and gives it a very realistic feel. And I try my best not to make them stand out too much, but I really do want them to be like a bit of a focus point, because this grounds everything a bit, but you still have to have the feeling that this is all one jungle. So I think I kind of succeeded in it. You can still see them a bit too much sometimes, but I guess that's how it is in real life as well. Right. So we're going to go back now. Unfortunately, most of this is not usable, of course. Guests don't go to the resort area, which is a shame, but yeah, this is not a resort game, of course. This is a zoo game. So we're going back to the main plaza. Before we're going to do that, I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek to the beach area. The beach area pretty much has this very white sand, which I modded myself. The original sand is very muddy and very grey, and that's not really what I wanted. I wanted to have the typical white tropical sand, which you can see right here. I haven't released this mod. I don't know if I ever will, because it was a very quick edit and I don't think anyone would be really interested in it. But if someone says like, yeah, I really want it, I could always release this on the Nexus mod. But this is a small beach path that leads to this cool beach at the lake. You guys probably saw it when I entered this area, but there's already a big work in progress area here at the back. Unfortunately, because of the lots, you can't really see much of it, but yeah, this is what I've been working on and which I've been showing on Pronation, and where we will go next time, the next episode. Let's go back. I'm going to give you guys a few more shots of this whole area. Again, this is a big plaza with the tickets, the info area, and I really like the way this looks. I mean, I don't want to boast too much about it, but it really took a long time to build this, but I'm incredibly happy. A lot of people have asked me how I did these flooring. It's quite simple, really. It's all small pieces of plaster, which sometimes can really be a pain in the ass. But the next part we're going to watch is the sports area. So this is a small area for people to go play some basketball and play some tennis, because each resort has this small sport area where visitors can just have fun and relax and sport a little bit. So yeah, this area has a lot of these cool palm trees. They're really, really nice. And one of the most amazing pieces of foliage the game has. It's really amazing. So yeah, Frontier, you guys really did outdid yourself. It's insane. So here's a small basketball court. I really need to thank Mobloom from Pronation, because he really helped me with the sports area by giving me some schematics and diagrams for both this basketball court but also the tennis court at the back. I really like this area because, again, it has a lot of trees and it's very lush, but you can still see like the big buildings in the back, and I don't mind that is still here, as long as these buildings are not this prominent in the zoo area. But in the resort area I can live with that. So yeah, and this is a small tennis court. It's nothing really special, but I really wanted to have one. And yeah, these nets are simply the chain link fence, and what I did was change the color to green and use the angles to make it slope down, so it really feels as if the net is hanging down. Alright. Now going back. I have these small vending machines. These are of course inspired by Rudy. All credit goes to him. I just wanted a very small version. He has a bigger version. I like this one a little bit better for what I was building, but the idea is completely his, so I can't really take credit for this. Alright, so let's go. And the last area I want to show is the entrance to the actual zoo. So, here's the zoo entrance. I really like this building. It's very simple. The peacock tail that goes through the zoo logo. All fonts that I've used so far are all Riceys. Ricey, you are the most amazing people, so really thank you for all the work you've done so far. Yeah, and it's a very simple one. It isn't that special. It has these big iron frameworks that are used to close the zoo at night, because of course we don't want visitors of the resort to enter the zoo at night, so we have to be able to close this. And it's a very basic entrance, but I really like it. So here's just another view of what we've seen today. This is going to be it for now. I'm going to go back and show you guys a bit more of the street area. So big buildings, and of course I duplicated quite a few of them. I really didn't want to spend much time on the background buildings, but here they are anyway. So yeah, the street is a very simple one. We have these brick stonework as pavement and a big road. The last thing that I got that I want to show you guys is one of the staff areas, which is at the back. And to get there, we're going to go through the street, and we're going to go to one of the entrances back there. Of course, it's just a staff entrance, but it's cool anyway. The whole area here is very lush. There's a lot of palms and bushes and bamboo. And obviously this is still an area I'm working on at the moment. We've got a bit of Carlos's amazing set right there, which I've been using to fill up the backstage area. I still need to fix the roads here, so I still have a lot to do. I still need to fix up the tunnel back there. But here is one of the first staff entrances, and you can easily go in there. Woof. And this is one of the first staff buildings. The goal is to make these staff buildings the same across the whole zoo. So yeah, basically plaster the yellow elements at the bottom, these steel beams, everything, yeah, everything just there. The staff area isn't that big, but it has everything it should have. And from this way we can basically go everywhere across the park. So at my right is actually the sports area, so you can see the tennis court a bit. But I tried my best to use these fencing to prevent visitors from entering this area, but also be a kind of masking and a way to hold on to the ivy. So yeah. So this was a park so far. I'm going to give you guys a few more cinematics. Really bear with me because this is my first episode ever. The first time I recorded, I had no plan. I'm doing this all in one take. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Bye.
Vem nu, ät därför i en